Hey everyone, it's Dawn, Vegas Maniac Designs. Welcome back. Thank you for joining me. And I wanted to do a quick overview of the video you're about to see because I didn't add one while I was filming the video. I just sort of stuck the camera down on the canvas and went for it. I did give a very thorough explanation of what I was doing as I was doing it. I went over my colors, but I wanted to show you what you're about to see. This is the dried results. This is a bloom halo, and I got this idea from Lisa Marvin Art. And if you have not seen her video and you're not subscribed to her channel, I highly recommend her. She is incredibly talented and creative and fun to watch, and I really hope you give it a try. But this is pretty spectacular. I'm pretty happy with this. I did one small test piece, and then I just went for it on a 16-inch diameter canvas. And it's pretty exciting to have something turn out so beautiful. And as you can see, purple is my color and my curtains. Purple and pink. But I'm really excited to get this resined in a few days or maybe a week or so, depending on when I get out the resin and make a mess again. But this did dry perfectly. I was very concerned because of the amount of paint I had to leave on in order for my bloom to not slide entirely off the sides. It was quite thick. It was probably a full 2 centimeters thick in the center, but it dried completely flat. There aren't even any lines from the cell activator, so it's perfectly smooth and flat. So, without further ado, enjoy the video. Okay, we are getting right down on our 16-inch diameter round canvas, and just going to go over my colors really quick. So what we're doing today is the Bloom Halo, as Lisa Marvin Art refers to it. And first and foremost, my base, which is still my PPG Multipro. And I have thinned this a bit so that it's not quite so gooey, but it's still got some nice bounce to it. I've also tinted it to be a little bit gray purple so that it's not stark white. So that's going to be my pillow. And for my colors, I have a phthalo turquoise, and a interference teal. This is Master's Touch Viridian. This is a mixture of this little piggy tail feather with Artist Loft Cobalt Metallic. This one is Precious. This is Ballerina Glow. It is the very last of my Arteza pigment, and I've been unable to locate more of it. So that's going after the TLP Tail Feather Cobalt Metallic Mix. Then I have this is a medium lavender purple. Let me see what it is. It is Arteza Pearl something royal purple. This is a mix of a blue-green shift with a lavender pigment, both from Arteza. And this is Grumbacher Permanent Light Blue. This is I believe this is opaque. So we're going to go really light on our opaque colors. So really light on the turquoise, really light on the Viridian, really light on that light blue. We're using a titanium white cell activator. And we're just going to get started. So I've done a little test circle, and that came out pretty good. So I'm diving right into the big one. These large round canvases are not expensive at Hobby Lobby. I paid $7 for this. So I'm not real distressed over whether it comes out or not. But I think it will, because it actually ended up being a lot easier to achieve than I expected. So we're going to get our pillow down. And we do want this on the thin side, so we're going to pre-stretch this. We don't want to have to spin a whole bunch. So let's see if that is enough to start with. I believe it is. Oh yeah, I think that is exactly the right amount. So what I did was I took a little bit of the PPG and I mixed a deeper version of the color that I wanted, and then added it to a 16-ounce cup. Added enough water to get it to the consistency that I wanted. And I have a pile of bubbles. I probably should have mixed this up yesterday, but I didn't. And we will just deal. And I don't have my torch or heat gun or anything up here to kind of help me along, and I try not to torch my pillow. Oh, that works. That's good. So I want to make sure that we are nicely centered. I don't know if I'm going to get any closer to center than that. So let's get our edges done. Now, I feel like I have more paint on this to start with than Lisa had. So I am not going to add the circle of pillow paint that she did. If you've watched her video, if you have not, please do so. It is a great technique, a lot of fun, really, really comes out beautiful. So I'm kind of excited to give this a spin, so to speak, on a larger canvas. So what we're doing is we're doing our paint in a circle, and it's going to be about a third of the way, maybe a little bit more, from the center to the edge of the canvas, so that we can then add our cell activator in sections and blow it out. And you do, I believe, really need to mouth blow this, simply because you have more control over the shape and size of your petals that way. Okay, we're looking good. So we're starting with the turquoise. Is that enough? This is significantly larger than the little 8-inch round that I did. But I don't want to overdo the paints, because then they just kind of go crazy. This is our interference teal. And it's kind of at the end of life here. But I do want quite a bit of it. And then we're going really easy with this Viridian. This is actually one of my new favorite colors. And then the tail feather metallic cobalt mix. This one I don't believe is a full opaque. In fact, I know it's not a full opaque, especially not since I have a pigment mixed in with it. So I'm not going to worry so much about that. And of course my precious ballerina. This is a pink beige interference type pigment. It is my absolute favorite pigment color, and I would seriously pay some money to get a full size jar of this because I'd use it in everything. Alright, this is our Arteza Royal Purple Pearl. This is not opaque. And then our sort of periwinkle pigment that I created. And I don't remember, I think the purple that I used was an Arteza pigment as well, possibly even the lavender. And then this is one we have to be super careful with. Just gonna drizzle. Maybe not quite that drizzly. I think that's good for that. Now we are ready for the blow. So I'm going to try to place my cell activator without my glasses on, so don't laugh if I screw it up. That's quite a bit. All right, here we go. I hope I'm blowing down in enough. Oops. Got a little short on that one. Definitely don't spit in your paint, which I almost just did. This is looking beautiful. I'm trying to keep my petals quite small so that when I spin it out a little, they won't go too crazy. Ooh, got a little aggressive with that one. It does spring back a little bit, so I'm not worried about that. get the glasses on and see what we've done. Oh, so pretty. I don't know how this cell activator is going to be. I didn't test it after I mixed it up, and it seemed a little spongy. So I'm going to give this a light spin, and we'll see where we are. Even if I have to leave this paint a little thick, I want to make sure that I don't destroy my bloom halo. So I'm being super careful. And I also don't necessarily want to go over the edge either. Oh my goodness, this is so, so pretty. Now I'm getting more off this side, so I'm going to do a little adjustment here. Get rid of that so it doesn't slide. Hopefully even it out a tad. Oh, yeah. Almost went too far. Okay. I think I'm going to go a little that way. Oh! Slippery paint. I think that's as far as I want to take it. We'll move this right back and see if we need to do any modifications. There's no part of it that isn't absolutely beautiful. I do love it. And I'm really interested to see how this dries, considering I'm leaving a good amount of paint in that center. All right, so let's take a look. This is a little bloop of paint, but it's actually really pretty. And I want to see if I can add some more of those somehow. This area right here is a little bit of solid light blue. And oddly enough, I got that on my test piece as well, only way worse. This is a beauty. I don't want to mess with her too much. All right, I'm really nervous about trying to get that. So I'm going to test it here in my paint on the side just to see. Yeah, I think I can do it. I thought I could drizzle it, but the paint is too thick for drizzling. But if I get just the tip, I think maybe not. Oh, that worked. That worked. Yay. I'm not going to go crazy with them. Don't worry. And I think I'm going to sink that one just a tiny bit so that it's not more obvious than the other two. There. Oh, leaned right in the paint. Okay. Do we want anything else? I think I want one more. There. I like that. That's good. And everything else, like the outsides, the cells, everything is to my liking. Just gonna get some bigger bubbles before they kind of take over. If I could just keep my arm out of the paint, that would be really great. Okay, I'm going to bring you in for a close-up so you can take a look, see what you think. Okay, I'm going to try to keep the glare of my light off so that you can see how pretty she is close up. And there are my light little tendrils in the center. Those should dry fine. And there it is.